So we have a bizarre story to report on today coming out of Washington. Mitch McConnell is now going to bat for President Obama. What? So it's on the issue of the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal. Oh, so now we see why they're working together. And he said, quote, "This doesn't have to be the end of the story," talking about how the Democrats recently blocked the giving Obama full authority to negotiate the deal in secret. "Trade has traditionally been a bipartisan issue that cut across the partisan divide." Well, yes, Mitch, that's true, and it's been a bipartisan issue in the sense that both parties are wrong. That's how it's a bipartisan issue. NAFTA, CAFTA, GATT, the WTO, all the trade deals that we've been involved in have absolutely eviscerated the middle class in America. So yeah, there's bipartisan agreement that you should screw over your average American. But as you can see, Mitch McConnell is excited about the idea of another trade deal to the point where he's arguing to give more power to President Obama. So he goes on in his comments to pledge full support not only to the TPP, which a lot of Democrats unfortunately have done as well, but also to the fast track authority for Obama, which again, what that does is it strips the Senate of the ability to change amendments and change provisions in the deal to try to make the deal better. So isn't it interesting how when it comes to like foreign policy negotiations, all the Republicans are like, we must be able to crush peace with Iran and no nuclear deal. We want to continue to be enemies and assholes against Iran. So we want to get involved and tank that deal. Anything else, they want to get involved and tank it. But when it comes to screwing over the American people with a bullshit free trade deal that's going to outsource more jobs and destroy environmental regulations, they're like, no, let's give Obama the powers of a dictator. Let's let him negotiate everything in secret, and we don't even want to vote on it. We're just going to approve in advance whatever he wants to do and whatever kind of provisions he wants to set up with multinational corporations and the heads of other nations which are really fucking bad guys, like in Brunei where they have Sharia law and in Malaysia where they tolerate slave labor. But Mitch McConnell's like, I'm all in on that, baby. Let's do it. So, in other words here, Mitch McConnell is doing the exact opposite of what even his most rabid base constituency wants him to do. Now, look, these are people who I don't agree with probably on anything, right? Or maybe one thing, TPP, right? But his base is like, you know, we're putting you in power so that you can oppose President Obama and that you can, you know, push through small government principles and strip authority from this tyrannical dictator Muslim. They probably think he's Muslim. And Mitch McConnell, on this issue at least, is like, no, I am going to do the opposite. I'm going to 100% be on board with anything President Obama wants with trade, because I know, here's what it comes down to. I know that President Obama is also in bed with the same multinational corporations I'm in bed with, so he has carte blanche on this. I'm 100% on his side. Now, in conclusion here, understand that the biggest area of disagreement between the two parties on the TPP, the Democrats want an anti-child labor provision and an anti-currency manipulation provision so that other nations can't screw us too much economically when it comes to exports and imports and the cost of labor and things of that nature. So the Democrats are saying, yeah, let's do this bad deal, the TPP, but at least let's not say child labor is cool and let's not allow other nations to manipulate their currency and fuck us over. And the Republicans and President Obama agree. We want to allow that. We want to allow child labor and not put anti-child labor provisions in the deal. And we want to allow currency manipulation because we don't want to scare away the other nations by saying they can't fuck us over. There's never been a clearer example that I've ever seen of just how much the establishment of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are against the American people. They're all out to screw us.